earplugs while you're welding, kids, and door handles on airport limos. So there's these little plates on the inside of the doors that we've taken off of a few of the donor doors and had sandblasted by Elite Sandblasting in St. George here. And then we made a template that would show us where the handle was. So kind of go with a line here, kind of go with a line here, kind of go with a line here or whatever here. And it has the cutouts. We used a drill to drill the circle parts of it and then clean it up with a wallering bit. If you guys are building a car and you don't have one of these, get it. You need this. We use it a ton here. We use it probably more than you should. But handles, dude, handles. And they're working nice. Some of the shafts had to be extended a little bit because we got more of the contour of the panel truck here. You know, like we added in a little bit here. So this is added, this hole's re-drilled. And so it was a little further out. So a little bit had to be added to the actual pin that comes through there. It's really neat to see the handles on there. You don't think of some of these kind of details as being like, heck yeah, but heck yeah, there's door handles.
That's how I felt with them all in.
Yeah, it looks really cool with the four of them there. You know, pretty neat. I mean, how often do you see a car with 4 door handles down the passenger side? It's rare. It's rare. I don't know what the odds are, but it's rare. And so I have this door to go still. I've got this door with the tops done and the bottoms that were rotted out. Got those taken care of. Need to do this one, and I think I'm going to attack that today.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
So we kind of got the same story here of our 3 little doors, and I'm gonna try to get this one fixed up. Gonna hammer that top edge over and work on getting stuff right and finished up. Had to move it up quite a bit. You can see the difference there. This is gonna have to be cut, and this whole triangle is gonna have to be moved up. And then this one was so far off, I just made a new piece here. You can see like how, you know, this gap is nice. This you can throw a cat through. So same thing's gonna happen on this door, even though it's just our factory front door. This one's gonna have to be cut and brought up as well. And it also is just way too close in this front, which I'm probably going to actually move this outer skin on this one. And you can see how they gapped it a little much there. And if that would have been closer, then we wouldn't have this. You can see where it's kind of missed, where this one, you know, there's where it's supposed to be, and it's way back here. And that right there would have been enough for our gap. We're gonna have to fix that. So now we're getting a little bit better. Had to cut this up a little bit further to get this gap to line back because it leaned out, you know, when it moved up. But that's pretty much fixied. All right, that got our top gap looking a lot like our others. This one, you can see bows down. I had this happen on that door, and I get my porta power in here and kind of get some pressure on this and just get some of that inner structure welded in. It'll do that because I hammered that top thing over. It just made it fade a little bit. But I'll put the just put a board here, put the porta power in here just with not much pressure at all, and then just get some of these pieces welded together in the back of it, and it'll keep it up like Viagra. I got this dog leg here, and since this is 2 square edges, I'm gonna try to just cut it down here around this piece and try to get this to hammer forward and then re-weld this in place. I don't know if that's possible. I do have one heck of a tangle of wires. I'm not even far from the plug. We'll just try to cut the front and leave the back. Just trying to eliminate the amount of welding we have to do here to fix this. This is really common for this to have a different gap here than it does here, than it does here. And it's really hard to make these trucks look right there. And so obviously we do what we can do, but it's better to get it handled right now. This is kind of a mess here because this is like the first place we were able to kind of weld this truck together, you know, panel truck. So our seam is right here, and it just wasn't having it, you know, so we kind of needed to crudely put that together. But now that, you know, the inner structure is done, and we can come back and kind of fix this up a little. You can see the inner structure here. We got 2 laps of what looks like at least 16 gauge, and that's not even giving us enough room here for the gap. So we'll get these hammered in a little bit, and then we'll be able to get our piece back on there. So from going from hitting to having that gap, I think we did pretty good. You know, might just not be any more there. If we needed to get any more, we might have to grind this edge and weld it. I just didn't want to lose any of this piece because it's going to be really noticeable if that's shorter by too much. But right here, we're just going to have to add on to here and come up, because otherwise if I move this down, then it doesn't line up here, and then we're gonna have to add there. So one or the other. Just get a couple of tacks. Now we got our inside piece, outside, inside, inside, inside. Finish up welding here. We'll be back and beating this.
Takes us one job, oh yeah. takes is one job